What's up, everybody? Gregory's Odd World here in the big house again. Got a couple things going on today. So right here we're putting in these counters. They need to be fastened, and then they need to be put up against the wall. But the problem I'm having is this may not work with that, so that's going to have to be angled, taken off and angled so that it'll actually work. But otherwise, everything's gonna be just fine. So yeah, I built this little cabinet here, which is kind of cool. I don't know why he wanted me to do it. I think it was kind of silly, but he had me do it anyways. And so I put some like trim pieces in like so, but I got a different trim piece that I bought. Here's another one. You see how like it's kind of like, so I'm just gonna be a little trim piece. This won't be the one that I'm gonna use. I have a different one that will fit better, but yeah, so that's kind of what's going on here. And then got the little bit of tile work starting up here at the top, so that's good. Getting that done. Looks like his saw isn't that good though. See how it's giving that little rough cut? So if you get yourself a really good saw, you won't have those rough cuts, and they'll be more like this. So it's definitely worth buying a saw that has better cutting ability. So we got work that's going to be happening up in that attic eventually too, but that's that. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the downstairs kitchen. This is going to be a duplex. I'm even thinking about maybe seeing if you'd like to rent it to me and just moving out here and selling off my house and just live here. Yeah, so this is pretty cool in here. I'm trying to figure out where the light switch is so you guys can see. But yeah, so he hasn't grouted it, but as you can see, he's got it all taped, and then he has this metal, but you have to angle and cut it right. I don't know about all this. This looks pretty shoddy. I don't know, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe there's something like he knows what he's doing. This guy's good. I like this guy. His name's Conception, and he's pretty good. He's pretty good. Yeah, I'm just being nosy. But yeah, so that's what's going on. Gonna start the burn pile up here soon again. And you remember this room? Well, check this out now. Bam. So now we got lights up in here. My little attic doors. Put one over there too. This is some stuff that I'm just going to throw in the back of my truck. I'm going to take this home and burn it. It's going to offset some of this wood that needs to be hauled off. All that cardboard needs to be taken down to the burn pile. But here's the next project we're going to be doing. Is we're going to be installing this trim. And so that's what the plan is. That's all going to be installed up at the top. So that needs to go upstairs. And then this bathroom's actually pretty much finished. I don't have the plumbing hooked up, but they do have this part. So this came out pretty good. This floor needs to be painted or something. He needs to do something. I don't know what he wants to do with this floor, but we need to talk about that. But yeah, and these are really nice. I really like these. And they open good. Yeah, these are pretty cool. And I like these lights too. There's actually a couple, and I thought maybe I was going to be able to, snag one and, have a little extra piece of material or whatever. Sometimes, he'll make deals with me and hook me up. He gave me a sliding glass door for pretty cheap a while back. It was probably like a $400 or $500 sliding glass door, and he gave it to me for $100, and then I ended up helping somebody install it and just making them pay $100 for it. So that was pretty cool. So, I mean, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple more things that I need to grab. Let me see. It's actually a pretty nice day. I mean, we're experiencing some good weather out here in Oregon, so I'm pretty happy about this. Oh my goodness, what the heck is that? Why is that up there? Oh, I see, it's just hanging. Okay, so that's something I need to take care of. Wow, this whole overhang needs to be painted. I didn't even know. I'm glad I seen that. So there's something that needs to be done. That's going to be expensive though, because I'm going to have to spray that. So, oh, like I was saying, upstairs, that little trim board, here she is. See? And it's cut at that angle, you see? It's perfect. So, whoop. I want to be getting this thing all muddy though. So that's that. That's all I really need for up there for the moment. Oh, I'm going to need my gun too. But what I wanted to do is before, I wanted to kind of show you guys maybe some other planning that I also have to get done up here that I forgot about. Basically like up underneath, because you know, I'm sorry that I don't put it up on a tripod and let you guys watch me work. It's because I'm not really the best with like the editing and getting that stuff to, you know, do the time lapses or whatever, but I will learn that eventually, and I promise guys that as I continue doing this type of work, I will start to show you guys exactly what I'm doing. But for now, I'll just try to at least get intricate on like what I'm actually doing. So first example for this is, if you look, the top of this, it has these. Now they're all, there's colors some over there. And basically all that is you just gotta, you know, attach it. Now remember, you need about a 1/2 inch because you don't want to come up through this. And that's how you're going to fasten that down. And that's only just going to fasten it to the countertop. Then what you need to do is you need to get this clear, and then you seal it all on the edge here, okay? Now, you might be asking, what about this? You know, what about these edges? Or maybe these edges? Well, how that works is you buy this material, which this one comes from Home Depot, and then you cut it, and then it just irons on just like that. And so I have a little bit of extra here, but it's old and it's probably not going to work. So I have to do that. This one right here. So this one's kind of interesting because it's a little bit off, but I have some polyurethane type of paint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush it on there. And then I might actually even be able to bring this up just a teeny bit, this corner, so it's a little more, or maybe bring this one down. Yeah, this one actually might be able to come down a little bit. Okay, so I'll probably fix that corner a little bit, but yeah, this right here, I had to glue it in. It takes 24 hours for it to completely set, but I know it's mostly set. So this is something that I definitely have to take the tape off of and get ready to put back together. Now another thing that I'm sure someone's going to say is, you know, it looks like you're doing just like, you know, little what's that, DIY or whatever, just, you know, silly little work. And yeah, you're right. It is just mostly DIY work. But here's the thing, is that even though it's mostly, this thing's actually pretty strong, even though it takes 24 hours. Even though it's that type of work, you can, if you, you know, get to learn on this type of stuff, you'll get better and better and better and better at. And so, like, you know, I'm just lucky that I'm able to learn this type of stuff and get paid for it because I understand the basic mechanics of construction. And so that's basically what my whole business is based off of. I really like that. That's really cool. But yeah, and so that's pretty much what's going on. We got some other things going on, but I'm gonna get to work because I don't really plan on staying out here too long. I want to attach this, I want to attach this, and then I'm gonna get some measurements so that I can find out, you know, all the trim, and then I'm gonna start. I'm gonna do an estimate for the trim, and you know, a good thing about trim is remember that trim boards are installed by the foot. So if you install your trim, but look, like he might want me to trim this whole staircase. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know. That's crazy. And you know, I've never installed a staircase trim. I've done some trimming around my house and stuff, but I have the right saw for all this stuff. But yeah, so I'm going to be trimming all this out. This needs to be trimmed. All this stuff needs to be trimmed. So yeah, so I'll be trimming that room. That corner right there will need to be trimmed. These two little pieces, that will need to be trimmed. That will be need to be connected. This long piece right there will have to be trimmed. This whole side looks like it's trimmed, so that's good. That's great. And then this side needs to be trimmed. Now, I think this and this all need to be trimmed too, but I have a feeling that they're doing white on this side because downstairs they did white trim. So I think on this side of the house they're going to be doing white trim. And on the other side of the house, I think they're going to be doing that other trim. And this is, so I need to be really specific. Like, here we go. So see, they just did white trim on this bottom room. So I'm assuming that they want me to do white trim. Well, there's not enough. This is all that's left. So there's really not enough. So we'll probably end up putting this white trim in here. But yeah, so there you go. There's some projects. That's something that I got going on. If you guys made it this far to the video, I really appreciate you. Thanks for subscribing and thanks for the likes. I'll catch you in the next video. Hope you have a good day, good night, or good evening. Gregory's Odd World, signing out.